Hi friends, welcome to Dia's tutorial. In this video, we are going to see about fracture of the surgical neck of humerus. So the fracture will occur at the surgical neck of the humerus. So before going into the video, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to subscribe it. First, we will see what are the structures in the upper end of humerus. The first is the head, which articulates with the glenoid cavity and forms the glenohumeral joint. Next, we have the anatomical neck, which separates the head and the upper end of humerus. Next, we have the greater tubercle or the greater tuberosity, lesser tubercle or lesser tuberosity, and the surgical neck. It separates the upper end of the humerus and the shaft of the humerus. The intertubercular sulcus or the bicipital groove is between the greater and the lesser tubercle. The fracture of the surgical neck of humerus occurs more commonly in elders and especially in elderly women. And the fracture of the surgical neck occurs because of the fall on the shoulder. Mainly the fracture of the upper limb arises because of the fall on the outstretched hand, but here it is due to the fall on the shoulder directly, when the shoulder is hit directly. And these fractures are impacted fracture. What is an impacted fracture? A impacted fracture is where the two fragments of the fractured bone. So this is a two fracture when they act towards each other like something jammed up. So when they are towards each other, it causes an impact fracture, and these fracture causes a wide displacement to occur. The diagnosis of the fracture is using an X-ray in anterior posterior view or in an axial view. So when an elder patient comes to you with a pain and a history of fall, then you must take into the consideration about this fracture. Then we will see about Neer classification. Neer classification describes how complicated the fracture is, and this will help in the diagnosis and the prognosis of the fracture. So the treatment will be easier. In Neer classification, there are four types. First, we will see about two-part fracture. Here, the fracture will occur and separate the bone into two parts. Consider this is a bone. Okay, the fracture has occurred here. So the fracture causes the bone to separate into two parts. So this is one part, and this will be the other part. So two parts. The fracture causes the bone to separate into two parts. So when we see here the fractures on the surgical neck, this is one part and the shaft will be the other part. Then the fracture on the greater tuberosity, so that will be that greater tuberosity separates into a single part, and this is another part. Here on the anatomical neck, so the head will be as a separate part here. If the fracture occurs on the lesser tuberosity will become a separate part. So in all these cases there are two parts. The bone is separated into two parts. Next we will go to three-part fracture. So here there is a break in two areas, so that the bone will be separated into three parts. So it is separated into three parts, 1, 2 and 3. So here in first case there is the greater tuberosity is separated, and there is a fracture at the surgical neck, and the shaft is also separated, 1, 2, 3 parts over here. And in next type the lesser tuberosity comes as a separate part. Then at the surgical neck we have a fracture, so 1, 2, 3 parts also here. Similarly in 4-part fracture also there is a fracture which causes the bone to separate into 4 fragments. Okay, greater tuberosity, then the head or the lesser tuberosity, and the shaft to be separated. So here there are 4 parts. So this is about Neer classification. Now if we see the treatment for this fracture in elder peoples with moderate displacement, first we need to immobilize the shoulder with a triangular sling. After immobilizing, after the pain subsides, then we can mobilize it. And in young people who have wide displacement, then manipulation is done under anesthesia, and the joint is stabilized using the K wires, and the reduction method, that is the open reduction and internal fixation method. It is stabilized. Case of a communicated fracture, that is the fracture which causes the bone to break into more fragments. In that case, then arthroplasty may be required, replacement arthroplasty. This is about the treatment. Next we will see about the complication of this fracture. The axillary nerve will be paralyzed. What is the cause of axillary nerve? It winds around the surgical neck of the humerus along with the posterior circumflex humeral artery. So due to the fracture, the axillary nerve will be paralyzed and there will be a great stiffness, and of course pain will be there in this fracture. So this is it about the fracture at the surgical neck of humerus. I hope you all would have understood it. If you liked the video, do hit the like button, and thank you for watching the video.